What's good, yo? What's good? Speaking of Love Podcast in the building, live every Saturday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's your boy Mike Sears, and as always, my right hand, by the way, is in Northern Ireland. My brother Vodcrack in the building.
Yo, what's up, everyone?
And today we're celebrating an album from 1998. Turns 25 years in November. Talking about the Chocolate Boy Wonder himself, Soul Brother number one. Pete Rock with his debut album, Soul Survivor, 1998 joint right here. We covered Pete Rock and C.L. Smooth, Mecca and the Soul Brother. One of my greatest reviews we ever done, I think. I love that one. 92. So that was 30 years, and now this is 25 years. Yeah, man. Excellent album. I remember this when it first came out. Why? My uncle had the cassette, and he played it a lot, and I would just look at the tape and be like, yo, I need this. I'm hearing familiar voices, you know what I'm saying? And I'm loving it. And this is by pure memory, Ross. I might butcher this, but I remember seeing the video on that channel that I can't remember for the life of me. I call it A, Channel A. It was like something like, I want to say All Access, but that's a DVD fucking series. I don't know what it was called, but I believe it's Pete, Corrupt, the True Master video. With Dak, they're racing each other. I might be wrong. I can't remember. I can't remember. But I remember the video. I remember seeing that, like vaguely seeing that. And see, my problem is I need to watch videos. I don't really watch videos like that no more, man. But yeah, this album is just incredible. Anybody that had a name in '98, they're on here, man. You know, except for DMX, Jay-Z, but it was amazing. You got MC8. You got Raekwon, Prodigy, Ghostface Killer, Method Man. You know, the name goes on. We're getting to the album, but oh my God. Just phenomenal. Even the underground niggas got some shine on here, man, which I love. Album cover is great. Got a Nubian Queen, the gold fucking top, the Pete Rock logo tatted on the chest with the big earrings, tongue out. Fantastic. Love the album cover as well. Pete Rock's in my top 5 producers of all time. And I got the CD around the time it came out, and incredible. I love this album. We'll get into it. How do you come around Soul Survivor, my nigga?
Yeah, well, obviously, I really liked Pete Rock and C.L. Smooth first. You know, main ingredient and Mecca and the Soul Brother. You know, classic albums. And yeah, I remember just thinking, I would love to hear more. But of course, those were the only 2 like full lengths that we got from Pete Rock and C.L. Smooth. But I knew that everyone loved this album, and like you said, the features alone are amazing. You look at that track list and you're like, damn, that's gonna be good, especially in '98. And yeah, I mean, I only got into this album relatively recently, probably like 5 or 6 years ago, but. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, like you said, I don't know, it's just really, really phenomenal stuff for the most part. Really good.
Yeah, man. I'm jealous of niggas your age because hearing albums like this for the first time, it gotta be mind blowing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, but at the same time, it's like I think it would be like more fun, hearing it as it just came out. You know what I mean? For sure. Like with hearing it in '98, I don't think you can quite match that,
that is dope for sure. Yeah, living that shit. Like Doobie said, he said you're right, True vid with the NASCAR. So I told him in the comments, that's going off a straight 13-year-old's memory. I know my shit, bro.
Exactly.
As much weed as I smoke, I'm surprised I have to strain my brain. But they played videos like that on loop. That's probably why it's like boom in my brain. But I need to hit YouTube up and start watching videos and shit. But yeah, incredible shit, man. Pete Rock Soul Survivor 1998. Let's get right to it. We get the Soul Survivor intro. Pete Rock says the album goes out to all his fans and his people locked down. Shout out his family members, Marley Marl, Loud Records, and some others. Thought it was dope. Didn't mind the intro at all.
Yeah. I mean, there's not much to it. Like you said, he just kind of gives a shout out to, like you said, his label. He gives a shout out to some of his peers, and he gives a shout out, to both the East Coast and the West Coast. And yeah, I mean, I think it's a cool album, and he sort of introduces everyone to the album. And yeah, I mean, it's cool. It's sort of it's one of those intros that's, you know, you're not going to skip it, but at the same time, it's not like a phenomenal intro. But yeah, it's definitely cool. It serves its purpose well.
Yeah, shout out that we building over here. I love that positivity. Out the shit that I go through in real life, I love seeing shit like that. It's all about positivity over here, man. Hell yeah, hell yeah. So we get True Master single featuring Corrupt and Inspector Deck. Incredible beat by Pete Rock. Inspector Deck sets it off lovely. Motherfucker, 97 was that nigga year. That fucking Triumph verse and all that other shit on Wu-Tang Forever. So, you know, and 98 was an incredible year for Deck too, lyrically. Like, he also slaughtered Gangsters Above the Clouds in 98 as well. Earlier in the year, you know. Fucking fire. I bang with the big boys, those who hold names. Amateurs get hung with their own gold chains. Deck is dead nice on the mic. Like, love Deck's verse. Pete Rock does this thing on here too, real smooth. You know, Corrupt flexes his bar work on here as well. Love his flow on here. Me and Pete is like rhymes and chemicals, clash, atomic bombs, and mustard gas. Like, the way Corrupt's dead nice, bro. Like, there's no debating that. Just a banger. Great song. True Master. Excellent 5 mic track in my personal opinion, yo. Flames.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, it's a really, really good song. Really dope way to kick off the album proper. And I just love, you know, the fact that off, you know, from the rip, you've got a song of Inspector Deck and Corrupt on the same track, and it's one of those like, one of those combos that like on paper it's definitely like unusual, but they actually go really well together. I think they sound great together on the same track.
I agree. We would have that on Got My Mind Made Up as well. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Yeah, right enough. Yeah. All eyes on me, right enough. Yeah. But yeah, I mean Inspector Deck, yeah, he just annihilates his verse, you know. Yo, your highness live from the bricks 1-6, Pete Rock, bang your head, break the drumsticks. Love that, you know, just from the rip. And like you said, Pete Rock, I think he really holds his own pretty well on this album. Like, obviously, we'll talk about the features throughout, like, and obviously they're amazing. You know, they're definitely like high tier MCs that he got to collaborate with. But Pete Rock's verses on here are pretty dope because, you know, obviously with Pete Rock and C.L. Smooth, C.L. Smooth was definitely like the main MC, and Pete Rock was more the producer. But like Pete Rock, you know, he definitely, you know, he raps pretty much in every song still, and I like his flow and his style. You know what I mean? I know he's not like ultra like high tier lyricist or like you know, MC as far as delivery goes or whatever, but I think he holds his own on these tracks. I think he sounds really dope. And you know, True Master with this, you know, he's in the middle, and you know, I like how he just shows love. You know, he says show respect with rhymes that connect, collaborate, break bread with Corrupt and Deck. You know, basically, you know, obviously at this time, you know, the East Coast West Coast thing was still kind of fresh in people's memory, and you know, Pete Rock was just being like, yo, forget all that, you know, let's get this bread, you know. Really dope. And then yeah, Corrupt, he was just fire as well. He came in saying, I'm the epicenter of this natural disaster. I'm disastrous with stashes, cold and hot flashes, masters of self of a whole carload of explosives. Like, just amazing, just awesome. And he even gets in, you know, I'm a dog pound gangster, DPG. I'm a dog pound gangster, DPG, you know, from the sort of dog food, you know. You know, even got that in there. So yeah, just fire song. Love the beat too, of course. Pete Rock, one of the greatest MC/producers of all time. His production's just awesome, and yeah, they all float on it. They all do their thing, and love the use of like samples throughout. You know, this song and the rest of the album. You know, how he scratches in all the different hooks and everything is just amazing. So yeah, phenomenal stuff. True Master, love it.
Excellent breakdown, my guy. Incredible.
Thank you.
No problem, brother. Then we get Half Man, Half Amazing, featuring Method Man, Method Cal, Johnny Blaze. Yeah, it's my guy right there. His beat is so amazing, all pun intended. Like, one of my favorites on the album. Pete Rock had a dope verse on here, and Method Man, of course, annihilates the track. Like, Meth's flow and delivery is just a 10 out of 10. Like, a lot of niggas I hear saying, you know, Meth's a dope MC, but he don't have the albums. I highly disagree. I think the Cal and Judgment Day are great. I will stand by that and die on that hill alone. I'm sorry. Like, I don't get the fucking bitching. I don't. But Pete Rock comes back and ends it off dope. That beat is just incredible. Fat Man Scoop at the end talking. I think that's him. I know that voice. It's definitely him. You know? But yo, Half Man, Half Amazing. Fucking flames. Like, this is Wu-Tang Forever, meth. Going into Judgment Day. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. You know?
Yeah,
Love it.
yeah, I love it too. It's definitely like another highlight on the album. Half Man, Half Amazing, like you said, featuring Method Man. So from the rip, we've got 2 songs with Wu members on them. There's a heavy like Wu Tang presence on the first half of this album, and yeah, I think Wu Tang and Pete Rock is like bread and butter. These MCs sound amazing over Pete Rock beats, and Method Man, of course, like I gave him number 1 as far as like my favorite hip hop voices is concerned, and this is a perfect example of that. Just his style, his delivery, how he comes, just how he floats over that track. Love the production too. It's kind of got that kind of like, I don't know what instrument it's sampling, but it's kind of like a string instrument of some sort. Sounds fire. Absolutely love it. And yeah, I mean, for me, Method Man kind of steals the show, but that's no like knock against Pete Rock. I thought he was really dope on it too. But yeah, Method Man's just phenomenal on this. Love when he starts off saying, "Style blazing, iron long on this collaboration, money for the taking, I ain't sweating confrontation with PR. We be the men's of tomorrow." Master license to kill, bringing the horror. Love it.
Oof.
Yeah, it's just amazing song. Definitely one of my favorites in the album. And yeah, they have great chemistry too. Method Man and Pete Rock going back and forth, just dope as hell. Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Like, everything you said, dope as fuck, bro.
And I love that Nas sample as well. Half man, half amazing. Yeah.
Yup. We did that shit lovely. Yeah, man. Don't get to Jesus Christ. One of my favorites, man. This shit. Dumbfire. Respect Mine. Featuring OC. Oh, man. Absolutely love this song. Believe it or not, OC is my favorite member of DITC, Digging in the Crates crew. He just slays this joint. Fuck that cut up stuff and be that pure shit, Comparing his rhymes to that uncut raw. Like, he don't step on his coat. His flow ain't fucked with. That shit hard. Love it. Love it. The beat's crazy. That race sample from fucking Cream. And P Rock flows on here. Lovely. Like, I know it's speculated he got Ghost Riders because, I know Pooh Bah did some shit for him and all that on All Sold Out EP. But, yo, son, just incredible song. Incredible. Like I said, OC, my favorite Digging in the Crates member, and he kills this shit. This is like Jewel's time period. Fire. I can't get enough of this shit.
Yeah, definitely. This is probably my favorite song on the album.
Not mad at that
Absolutely
at
love
all.
it. Yeah, I think it's phenomenal. The beat alone is crazy good. That bass, like this is one of those albums in general. It's so well produced, so well mixed. Like every like instrument, even like I don't know how to describe this, but like even if a beat wasn't say like it wasn't quite a 10, if it was like an 8 maybe, but his mixing, how he everything just sounds to the ear, it gets elevated, you know what I mean, on certain beats. But this one is just like phenomenal, fully fantastic. And yeah, just the song overall is brilliant. OC sounds amazing on this track. OC always reminds me of Razkaz, you know what I mean? Both very lyrical MCs, and they have a similar voice, in my opinion. And
I can see that.
Yeah. And yeah, just love the OC's like aggressive kind of style on this track. And Pete Rock, he not only raps some verses on here, but he does the hook as well. He says, respect on the mic, we in this for life. I thought that was dope, And of course, with that Raekwon sample as well from Cream, yo, brothers, respect, man. I love that. Just fire stuff all the way through. And yeah, it's probably my favorite song on the album. Just one of those songs that, you can just put on and bob your head to. It's just banging.
Absolutely. Yes, incredible. Like OC did his thing.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And I like that, Pete Rock, he gives a shout out to Biggie and Tupac on there, kind of pays respect to them. Thought that was pretty dope too.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Doobie. I seen it. It's on YouTube. I seen it years ago though. The quality's pure ass. So like
I haven't seen it
Oh,
unfortunately.
you didn't? It shows pun recording, so Prodigy recording, Ghost, Math, I believe. Yeah, it's pretty dope.
Yeah, I need to check that out for sure.
Hell yeah. Let me get the game. Featuring Raekwon, Prodigy, and Ghostface Killer. Hands down, my favorite song on the album. This joint is incredible. The way Raekwon raps on here is so dope. Where he just talks that talk on here. Prodigy body bag shit too. The production on here is phenomenal. Ghostface Killer own shit for me on here though. Like Ghost can say the most random shit and just make it sound like the dopest shit in the fucking world.
Yes.
You know? He is incredible. That nigga said tilt the hat like Esther. Let me screw y'all niggas real quick. Look at all these niggas in here. Fred Sanford, I showed you that shit before. Sanford and Son. Okay, he argued with this lady on there, called Esther, right? And that was Lamont, his son's auntie. And he said, tilt the hat like Esther. So I'll just show y'all niggas real quick. This is Esther. That's the character with the hat tilt white guy. So Ghostface is just pure brilliant. I just love that. And me being an African-American household, I would see Sanford and Son on TV Land and all that old school shit back in the 90s, the reruns and all that from the 70s. And one of my favorite sitcoms of all time is Sanford and Son. So tilt the hat like Esther. I just love that shit. It ends it like that, my nigga. Son, pure and utter flames. Pete Rock does this one too on here as well. My favorite song on the album. Incredible. Ugh.
Yeah, I mean it's really, really awesome. Yeah, fantastic stuff. Yeah. You've got Ghostface. For me, Raekwon. I think he
sets it up lovely
there.
Too.
He did. I love when he says, amazing blazing purple haze spaceships, blazing Asians and Mercedes-Benz stations. I love that. That's amazing. He killed that. But yeah, I mean, just look at the who's on here. You got Rain Ghost. And also you got Prodigy. Like, oh my goodness, how good is that?
It's two halves of I call it the big three. Nas, Mob, and Wu. That's my favorite music ever. So yeah.
Over a Pete Rock beat, fucking amazing. Yeah, I know.
My guy.
Words can't really do it justice. Yeah, definitely one of my favorites on the album too. And the beat's kind of like majestic for this song, quite majestic in my opinion. And yeah, it's really dope. And I thought the sequencing was really cool as well, because obviously on Respect Man, you hear the Raekwon sample, and it's really dope that they followed up with like proper Raekwon, afterwards. I thought that was just really cool. Yeah, I just love the song overall. And I mean Ghostface, he killed it too. But they all did. And yeah, it's just one of those ones. You look at stuff like this and you're like, yeah. How can you beat a song like that? It's really good.
Dog, oh my, it's incredible, You got Bandana P, you got the chef, you got Tony on here, man. Bruh, like you said, Prodigy Ghost Array, come on, bro. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I agree with that statement. That's what got it on the fucking screen. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to my nigga Brandon Harvey, one of the realest niggas ever. I love this nigga. My bro.
Yeah, shout out to you, brother.
Yeah. All right. Now we get number one soul brother. Pete Rock on the solo tip, getting in his braggadocious bag. Brags about his amazing production skills, as he should. Talks about traveling the world with the SP1200 in his hand. Definitely a dope track. I love this shit. Very creative. Talk about him producing, traveling the world with his favorite choice of machinery in his hand, Love this shit. I thought it was fire, man. My thoughts on number one soul brother.
Yeah, I agree. This is another highlight on the album for me. Yeah, I love it. I really like the production of this one. It's kind of dark, has kind of like a xylophone kind of sample in the background. Really, really cool.
Yeah, which I love, that.
Yeah, I love that too. Illusions is always the one I mentioned by Cypress. That doom. I love it. Yeah, the xylophone, just when it's sampled in hip hop, usually sounds really dope. And this
my favorite instrument ever used, besides drums.
Yeah, really dope. Yeah, and like you said, Pete Rock. He's just kind of talking about himself in this track, but in a really cool way. And I like how he kind of breaks down like what he does as well. You know, he says, you know, the fruits of my talent is this. It's simple. I drop science on the instrumental. I take 7 ill drums, put them in a line, and add 7 more snares to make it combine. You know what I mean? Just like he breaks down what he does, and I just really fire. Yeah, definitely like another song that I really think is fantastic. Really good.
Oh, it's great. Love that shit, bro.
And proves that he can hold a song on his own as well.
Yep. Yeah, he killed that shit, bro. Love it. Then we get Rocksteady Part 2, featuring Lord Tariq and Peter Guns. Every time I hear Peter Guns and Lord Tariq, I get depressed. Because Deja Vu, no bullshit, VOD, is a top 25 hip-hop song for me. I just love that so much. Uptown Baby, you know, Deja Vu.
Yep.
I can't get enough of that, so I worship it. But that album wasn't that good for me. And Peter Guns and Lord Tariq did that thing on here, man. They're both dope to me. Pete Rock flows great on here as well. Represents his roots in hip-hop. Love it. Lord Tariq got my favorite verse. Shit is flames. Now, if they had an album like Deja Vu mixed with this, 5 Mic Classic, they should have had Primo on that record, Pete, Elias, get him, you know.
Havoc.
Have to, yeah. I love Pete and Peter Guns, Lord Tariq, but that album's fucking whack. It's a lot of a lot of bitch songs on there, you know. It's not good. Other than Deja Vu and maybe 3 other tracks, but yeah, this song is fucking fire to me. Love it.
Yeah, that's an album. It's Let It Rain, isn't it? That's what it's called, right?
Make It Rain. I think
Make It
right?
Rain, something
Make
like
it
that.
Rain. Yeah, 98. Yeah,
it's one of that's how forgettable it is. Yeah, that's one of those albums. I have it and I've listened to it probably twice, and it's one of those ones. Apart from the single, I don't remember it. Yeah, it just doesn't really stick with you.
The single's so fucking good to me. I fucking love it.
Yeah.
You know?
It's cool. It's definitely a dope song. But yeah, I like this song. It's not an ultimate highlight, you know what I mean? Like everything up to this point, I think it's like phenomenal. This song is a slight step down. You know, it's not a knock, but you know, just thought I would mention it's not quite as good as the songs leading up to this point. I think it's because of the beat, in my personal opinion. It's got a little bit more. Sounds a little bit more commercialist song beat-wise, in my opinion. You know, it's not whack by any means, but it uses that kind of bleepy, bloopy sample that I've heard on a lot of other songs. I don't know what it's from, but yeah, but I thought it's a pretty good track overall. And I don't know if you picked up on this, but there's a connection between this and the album we reviewed last week.
Let me think, bruh. Let me think, my nigga. Let me see. What the fuck did we review last week? Oh, okay. Yeah. I think Peter Guns mentioned Shaq, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. Yeah. He says, because certain shiesty motherfuckers know I'm rolling with Shaq. So there you go. There's a connection for you. You know, I like, we had the continuity last week, Meech Wells being on the Snoop album and the Shaq album. There we go. We got a shout out to Shaq on here. Overall, solid track. I like it. I thought both Lord Tariq and Peter Guns sounded pretty dope on this, actually. And it's just not one of my favorite beats on the album personally, but it's a good song. I like it.
And Shaq is the godfather of Corey Guns. So there you go.
Yeah, and I know I haven't heard it, but I know Shaq's 4th album, Respect, which also came out in 98. I know Lord Tariq and Peter Guns are all over it. Yeah.
Oh, God. I think I've seen a single from there, and it's fucking atrocious.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything from it. I know Mobilarity One probably has a couple of copies.
Oh, definitely do. That's great. All right. Now we get Truly Yours 98, featuring Coogee Rap and La Professor. Pete Rock pays homage to the original Coogee Rap and VG Polo Truly Yours. Extra P, Pete, and G Rap keep it in the same vein as the OG. Just dissing gold digging bitches. You know what I'm saying? Thought it was pretty dope. I prefer the original, but this is dope. I love La Professor. He's another producer that can rap. Main source and all that fly shit.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And this is actually a second time this year we've reviewed like a remake of it, or like a Yeah, we call it like a remake of an old Cool G rap song because we had on Nori, the Noriega album, we had like a
Rocket Island.
Rikers Island, yeah. So this is like
Yeah.
a '98 version of "Truly Yours" from the "Road to the Riches" album. Not one of my like all-time favorite Cool G rap songs, but you know it's a pretty dope song from that album. And yeah, I think this was like a cool kind of rejuvenation of it.
Yeah.
Like you said, really cool to hear Lars Professor on here. I thought he sounded great. Actually, I thought he sounded really good. And you know, of course, anytime Cool G raps on a song, you know he's gonna kill it. You know,
Oh,
you
it's
know.
almost a given.
Yeah. I mean, he's just unbelievably good, you know. What is it he says? He says, you know, you might get snapped, caught in a track, sneaking about the cheese stack. So cease that and ease back, you sleaze cat, because G rap, many cats want to be that. Better believe that. Iced up, find me where it's below 0 degrees at and skis at. Like, just, yeah, unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's just that effortless flow. Like, oh my God.
The multi-syllable mastering, man.
Yeah. Yeah, he never misses ever. And yeah, I think it's a good song. Like I said, it's like a good like recreation of an older track, but at the same time, I think I would have preferred if all three of them did like a new song altogether, if that makes sense, with like a new
Yeah,
beat, you know. But yeah, it's still dope.
I agree with that statement for sure. Yeah, I'd have preferred that as well. All right. So next is About That Time featuring Black Thought and Robo. Absolute incredible production on here. Black Thought just skates on here. Robo from the I, you know, with Grap Lava, you know, Pete's brother and shit, which is album shit that came out, man. That's just incredible. He does his thing on here as well. Dude has an incredible flow. And then Pete kills it. His verse as well is dope. Overall, just a dope song to me, man. I fucking rocks with it. I love Black Thought to death. This is him about to get in that Things Fall Apart bag, you know. Great shit.
Yeah, dope song for sure. I mean, Black Thought, he's kind of like G-Rap, you know. He often just brings it, you know, and
Yeah.
here no exception. You know, I like when he said, "The toxin, I'm crushing you, crab concoction to the utmost. Examine this up close. It's shocking. Now the mic dropping is your only option. Here comes the spliff scientist in the flesh. Have you forgotten?" Like, yeah, fire. And
Yeah.
yeah, I thought Robo was really good as well. I agree that I album, Center of Attention, I think it was called.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, should have came out back in the day, man. Big facts, yeah. I know it like came out later, but I don't think it was like fully legit, you know. But yeah, I thought his verse was really dope actually as well. Great to hear him on here, and you know, Pete Rock again. He did his thing on here, and yeah, just overall like another dope beat, dope collab. But yeah, Black Thought's kind of like the highlight of the song for me.
Oh yeah, brother. Dope ass song. Then we get One Life to Live featuring MC8. MC8 sounds just incredible on this type of production. He just kills it. You know, usually not something you would hear 8 on, but he just sounds amazing on here. Love the Menace to Society references on here as well. Pete Rock is real wavy on this beat. Kills it. Love his flow. Fucking beautiful. Such a dope song. Like the year previous, he was on that Mug Soul Assassin 1. Like, you know, 8 just flows well on those fucking producer albums. And yeah, ain't no exception to here. Just pure fire to me. Killed it, yo. 8 killed this shit.
Yeah, he did. This is another one of my highlights on the album. Really like it. Love the kind of soulful beat. And like you said, MC8, you know, not known for rapping over this kind of production, but it works. Yeah, he sounds fantastic on here. Sounds really kind of rejuvenated, I guess would be the word for it, because you know, at this point he was coming off Last Man Standing, which is an album that I've grown to like over time. I remember when I first heard it, I was like, oh, I don't know about this album, but over time I've grown to like it. But yeah, he sounds really, really good on here. And again, like, I love that Pete Rock got like a West Coast MC on here just to be like, yo, you know, let's get this money. And even the song kind of has that kind of fun vibe, you know, saying, you know, we got one life to live till it's done. So let's get all together and have some fun, you know, pretty much saying, you know, let's forget all the bullshit and just, you know, have fun, and yeah, I love the song, and yeah, like you said, MC8, he comes correct with the Menace to Society references, and he also references like just classic hip hop in general. He says he's been putting shit down since the P was free, like classic BDP stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And he said we shutting them down, that's that classic PE right there and stuff. So yeah, just overall it's a really dope song, and like you said, just great to have MC8 on here. Just sounded so dope over that Pete Rock production for sure.
Yeah, love them on him, man. Next we get Take Your Time featuring Loose Ends. You get some good vocals from the vocalist of Loose Ends. Pete Rock reflects on his career in hip hop. To be honest, not ultimately one of my favorite tracks. It's good, but just something I would definitely skip, in my opinion. It's my personal opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't skip it. I think it's a pretty good song, but it's not like an ultimate highlight. At this stage of the album, it definitely takes a slight turn into like a slightly softer, more R&B direction for the next few songs. And yeah, I mean, I thought this song was pretty solid. I thought the Loose Ends people were good. I'm not too familiar with them. Apparently they're a British soul band. I've never heard of them personally.
Me neither. I mean neither, my guy.
Yeah. But yeah, overall pretty cool song, you know what I mean? It's laid back, it's smooth, and I think Pete Rock, he's good at that production and he sounds pretty good over it, but it's just not, compared to the heavy hitters we've had so far, it doesn't stack quite that highly. But yeah, I still like it. I still thought it was a pretty good song.
Yeah. Next we get Mind Blowing. This is an okay song, not big on it, and I absolutely love R&B, like jazzy sounding R&B. It has like a sexiness to it. I just love that shit. But this is just okay for me. I'm just keeping it a buck. Pete Rock spitting game in the females and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But not ultimately one of my favorites, personally.
Yeah, I liked it. I thought it was pretty dope. I thought it was definitely a step up from the previous track. It's definitely like in a similar vein. But yeah, I just like the song better. And I thought the guest vocalist, I'm probably butchering this, but Vinia.
That's why I didn't say it.
yeah, let's just leave it. Yeah, let's fuck it. I thought their chorus was really dope, actually. Really kind of catchy. Sounds really dope. And again, like you said, he's just spitting game to females, but I thought he sounded pretty dope with it. I liked it, and yeah, I personally thought it was a dope track. I liked it personally.
Dope, hell yeah. Now, my opinion, this one it picks up for me. Soul Survivor featuring Miss Jones. I love Miss Jones. She's on Capital Punishment. Punish Me, which I love, and I love this beat. Pete's flowing here. Miss Jones is dope on the chorus. Pete flows like water on here, just incredible. Touches on trusting friends, coming up in the rap game and shit like that. Dope joint. The title track is fire to me, man. Love Soul Survivor. Fresh shit for me.
Yeah, I agree. Dope song. I think this song should have been the last song on the album. I would rejigger it. Yeah, I think it would have been dope. You have the title track, and it just has that kind of feel of like the end of a journey. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like it sounds like a closer. Yeah,
it does. Even just that title alone, Soul Survivor. It's like after the dust has settled. Really dope. And yeah, like you said, Pete Rock, he sounds open here, flows really well. I like when he says, concentrate while the stakes are high, falling victim to the lie, keep a sharp eye, there's a steady supply of hate in the air, to the cats who stare, the ice grill with the glare, but everything is fair in the city, to the shiesty and shitty, because I'm the epitome. I like that, and just like you said, the kind of backstabbers and the kind of, politics and bullshit, he's moved through that. And yeah, I think it's just a really dope song. And yeah, like I said, I think it would have been a really dope closer.
Absolutely. Oh yeah, brother. Then we get the 2 featuring C.L. Smooth, his old partner in rhyme. We get a Pete Rock and C.L. Smooth cut on here, I would have loved the 98 Pete Rock and C.L. Smooth album with this.
Oh, how good would have that been?
Oh my God, right, brother?
Yeah.
With this kind of production, C.L. Smooth says it's incredible. CL Smooth says he's the best to ever do it on a Pete Rock track, and you can't argue with that, man. Like
no.
this this cut is fucking fantastic. Pete Rock talks about making it in the rap game and his father being proud of him. I absolutely love Pete Rock's flow on here. Such a dope fucking song, man. I love this song. And it makes me mad because I'm like, damn, CL, you could have got with the nigga, and y'all both could have knocked something out again for 9-8.
Incredible. Or just in general, they've never knocked out anything like a full album, you know.
Yeah, 9-9, even 9-9 if it came out then, you know, anything.
Yeah, because like my understanding is that their relationship has always been a bit strained, unfortunately. Like they've come back a few times, but just not enough to get like another full album, which is such a shame. Yeah, I love this song. It's, you know, to me it sounds like they haven't missed a step. You know, it really, you would never thought that there were any issues or like they'd ever split up, because yeah, CL just sounds amazing over Pete Rock production. It's just like one of those natural things. They just fit perfectly together. And you know, once you hear a CL Smooth come on to the track, you're like, oh, you know, I just like imagine how dope it would have been if they did another album in this era. It just would have been amazing. But at least we got this. I think the two is like, again, another highlight on the album for me. Yeah, I mean, like CL Smooth, he has that delivery that's just perfect, you know, where he's talking about, you know, his past, and he just has that perfect like contemplative voice. I can't describe it, but you know what I mean. Like They Reminisce Over You is like the perfect example of that. Like he kind of does that again on here, and he just sounds dope. And yeah, and then again, you know, Pete Rock, he was fire too. You know what I mean? Just definitely like it feels like history. They're kind of going over history on this track, and you know, the fact that they came back together again for this track. And I know they did another one for Soul Survivor too, but yeah, this feels like history in itself. The fact that they were able to reunite for this one song, yeah, I love it. I think it's amazing, and it's a shame that we didn't get more.
I know, man. Just imagine, like we said earlier, would have been crazy dope, bro.
Yeah.
Then we get another one of my ultimate favorites. We get Verbal Murder 2. Verbal Murder 2 featuring Big Pun, Noriega, and Common. Big Pun owns this. I got several bars that I love on here. Fully backed by bullies who be pulling caps, just the way he puts his words together. I'll sack a rapper like a linebacker. Play my rhyme backwards. You can hear the devil speak his mind in defined graphics. Come on, bro. Insane. Yeah, I pack clips to my nuts and my fat dick. Everyone wanted to pump verse 98, 99. Like, he was everywhere in 98, 99. And just fucking killed this shit. Nori did this thing on here as well, but he just pales like a comparison upon Common, man, in my personal opinion. Common left Earth on here as well. Rocked Adidas, but he ain't had no stripes. I could tell in high school that he ain't had no fights. Hold a dick better than he can hold mics, nigga. Like, that's just disrespectful. Absolutely adore the fade out. It fades out and comes back. Oh, my God. So fucking good. That, boom. Fuck, I love this shit, man. Yeah, Verbal Murder 2 is a 5 mic song for me personally. No disrespect to Nori, he's amazing. This is like self-titled era Nori. Love it, but man, did Pun it. Yep, yeah, that's what my uncle's telling me. Yep, there you go. That Fat Albert shit. Yeah, Pun love
yeah.
Earth. Yeah. Thanks, Doobie, for that. But yeah, 5 mic song for me.
Yeah, I mean, really dope again. Like you said, Big Pun, just every time we mention him, he's just one of those guys who was from another planet when he raps. Just unbelievable. Just, yeah, phenomenal. And, you know, I like just how he comes in, you know, saying, "Ayo, it's such a shame. All these dick riders trying to corrupt the game. But what it bring? Nothing but pain and one in your fucking brain." So good, so hard. And
in the air, yeah, not like Phil Collins. Oh, shit.
Yeah. Obviously, you know, the classic, you know, "In the Air Tonight" reference right there. Fire. Yeah, overall, I think the song's excellent. You know, like you said, Common, he came correct as well, just bodying it. And yeah, I think it's just a really dope collab between all of them. You know, I thought Nori was, maybe not as good, but still pretty dope on here. I still liked him. And, obviously Nori and Big Pun, they have, quite a lot of connections as well. They collabed a few times. So.
Incredible chemistry, too, those two.
Definitely. And, overall, it's just another really dope track for sure.
I fucking love it, man. Then we get another one I fucking adore. Strange Fruit, featuring Capadonna, Sticky Fingers, and Tragedy Gaddafi. This beat is absolutely fucking nuts. Top 3 beat for me on here. Tragedy sets it off lovely. He destroyed this shit. This is the man that's responsible behind the illness of the War Report. You know what I'm saying? Nori's flow. He taught Nori how to rap. Classic. He bodied it. Then Kappa. He's right on here too. Represent on some Deep Impact. Aluminum Woo Bat. And niggas did have Woo Bats, bro. Look at the fucking booklet to the pillage, my nigga. Like, niggas had Woo Bats out this bitch. Fire. The chorus is tremendous as well. Sticky Fingers, of course, annihilates his verse. So much bloodshed, you think I'm Crip. Shit hard. So what you want to swallow your pride of your blood, nigga, you know? No, Sticky is. Incredible. 5 mics on. Top of the head, nigga. Ripping. Love this joint. Shout out to Nobody One. He fucking loves this too. Fire.
Yeah, I can't argue with that. Not much more to add, really. I mean, the beat alone, like you said, is phenomenal. To me, it sounds like a Woo beat. It sounds like classic Woo to me. And dope that you got Capadonna on here. Another Woo connection. At that time, he would have been Woo affiliate, but really, really dope. Sticky Fingers, just his classic, grimy style, just sounding dope as hell in here. And Tragedy Gaddafi, he set it up lovely, So overall, I mean, just another really strong kind of there's no Pete Rock on this as far as I can tell, but that's fine. You didn't really need him. You just got those dope verses from the guest MCs, and that beat is just really good. Love it.
Hell yeah, brother. Then we get the closer. We get Massive, Hold Tight, featuring Heavy D and Beanie Man. Absolutely love dance hall and reggae. I think hip hop and reggae is a perfect match, like peanut butter and chocolate. Like, incredible to me. So I fucking rock with this joint. Heavy D is Jamaican, so of course he can do like the patois reggae shit amazingly. And Beanie Man's my guy. I love Beanie Man. And Heavy D, the cousin of Pete Rock. So there you go.
That's right, yeah.
And at the end, we get some ODB type shit talking, But I agree with Vod, like, definitely make Soul Survivor the ending cut. That would have been better as a ending cut. But I rock with this. I'm a big reggae guy, big dancehall guy. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely my least favorite song on the album. It's not whack by any means, but I just think it's a bit of a weird end for sure. It's just
I agree with that. I like it.
Yeah. And nice to have Heavy D on here for sure. And it's a decent track. It's just not. It's not fully my cup of tea, and I don't know, the placement of it. I personally disagree with, but I'm not going to shit on it too hard. It's a decent track. It's just probably my least favorite.
Well, respectable, my guy. All right, Pete Rock, Soul Survivor, 1998, turns 25 years old close to the end of the year this year. So, as we do every episode, we give our top 3 cuts and the classic Sauce mic rating. So, for me, I'll give it 4. A strong 4. Top 3 songs on here. Jesus Christ. Off the rip. That motherfucking Game. Verbal Murder 2. And that Strange Fruit, man. I gotta go with that, man. Gotta go with those 3. I always consider this a producer album, but it's almost like a solo rap album for Pete because he's rapping on this motherfucker.
For most of it, yeah.
Yeah, so I consider it that / a producer album. And, Pete Rock is in my top 5 producers of all time. There's something about his fucking beats. Shit he did with the SP1200 is crazy. I can listen to this dude all day. Like, I would say, I can't wait till next year. We're going to review The Main Ingredient. We're doing that. Of course, if everything goes well, if I'm still living, We're still all here. We're doing it. And spoiler alert, but I Get Physical is my favorite beat he ever done. I can play that on loop. And Soul Survivor is an amazing album. 98, fantastic. It's a full mic record for me, man. Straight up. Strong 4. Love it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna have to give it 4.5. It's so good. It's such a good album, you
Not
know.
mad at that at all, brother.
I mean, there are no real misses on here. You know, obviously you like some songs more than others, but there's nothing like crap on here. You know, it's such a good album. You know, and I think Pete Rock himself, he was dope throughout this album. You know, he definitely, you know, held his own, and he had a lot of really, you know, cool verses on here. And of course, he's backed up by an amazing cast of guest MCs. You know, I love how, you know, diverse they are. Obviously, you know, you got the Wu-Tang guys on there, they're all amazing. You got these like amazing lyricists, you know, guys like Big Pun, you know, Blackfoot, Cool G Rap, you know what I mean? And then you've got, you know, the West Coast guys like Corrupt and MC8 and on here. You know, it's this great mixture of people, and it really works. And you know, obviously, you know, you've even got some of the R&B singers and stuff like that. So it's a really good mixture. And you know, the beats on here, phenomenal. Just it's such a consistent album, in my opinion. Like, it's a very easy listening experience, even though this album is mad long. It's like a No Limit album. It's like 74 minutes or something, but it's like it flows really easily. I think it's like it goes by quicker than you think it's going to.
Yeah, it's not like, oh my god, get the fuck over, you know.
Yeah, definitely. And I think the fact that, you know, you got the features on here really helps actually with that, you know. And yeah, I think it's just a brilliant album for the most part. You know, my least favorite song is the final one, Massive Hold Tight. But like, apart from that, I mean, the rest of the album's really good. And yeah, I mean, I'm going to give it 4.5. And my top 3 songs are going to be Respect Mine. It's quite tricky, actually. Yeah, probably like The Game as well, with you know, Ray, Ghostface, and Prodigy. I mean, that's just amazing. And then, speaking of amazing, Half Man, Half Amazing with Method Man. I mean, that's just phenomenal as well. But there's so many other amazing songs in there. That The Two with C.L. Smooth is amazing. I love that song. One Life to Live with MCA is awesome too. You know, so many good songs. That Strange Fruit towards the end. You know, Verbal Murder 2, of course. I mean, you can go on and on. Like, most of the album is fantastic. And yeah, I personally haven't heard like the Pete Rock stuff, like solo stuff he did after this. Like, I personally haven't checked it out.
There's some shit to check out though.
Yeah, I can believe that for sure.
Yeah, there's definitely some shit. Yeah, man. Pete Rock, Chocolate Boy Wonder himself, number one soul brother, Soul Survivor, 1998, 25 years old this shit, man. And next week, you know, going to the West Coast. At the time, he was in the Bay. Tupac, with his Southmont album, Strictly For My Niggas, already turned 30 years this year. So I can't wait to talk about Strictly For My Niggas, man. No one talks about Strictly For My Niggas, bro. We're going to put it down for Pac. I'm in that Pac mood already.
Yep.
Because of that phenomenal docuseries by Alan Hughes, Dear Mama, the saga of Afeni and Tupac Shakur. If you got bad feelings about Alan Hughes, I did too. I said, why the fuck is he doing this? Get it out of your fucking head. Because he did a phenomenal job. It's not a hit piece. He represented Pac beautifully. So, if you love Pac, you will not be disappointed. Get your hate out your heart because it's stupid. You need to give it.
That happened 30 years ago as well.
I know. Big facts, Rod. Big facts. Like, it's so good. So fucking good. But
yeah, I'm looking forward to that too. Can't wait.
Likewise. I can't wait to talk about Strictly, man. Can't wait.
No one talks about it, really, you know.
I'll save the rest for next week, but I'll just say this. As a kid, and my pre-teens going into teens, I never disliked it. I loved it. I liked it, but it wasn't one of my go-tos. I'm more of a 94 to 96 Pac guy, you know? But now, fucking love Strictly For My Niggas, bro. Incredible album.
Definitely. I mean, this is the different album, but last week, I think it was Sunday, I was out walking, and some middle-aged guy in his 40s or 50s or whatever. It was a nice day. He had the windows down, and he was bumping Temptation super loud. I was like, "Yes,
That's
get in!"
gangster.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, I just heard like the beat knocking. I was like, "Yes, that's dope." You know, it made me smile.
That you need that in life.
Yeah, definitely.
That's amazing.
Because obviously, if it was like California Love or Changes or whatever, I wouldn't have been that impressed. I'd be like, But Temptations, I'm like, yes, get in.
Get it. Shout out to Crew Chicago with that Tekken 3.
Oh, yeah.
Top 5 fighting game for me. I grew up on that shit, bro. Underrated
Namco.
cock album. Yep. Gotta check it out. Snoop biopic, yeah, it better be good. If it was biopic, I'm kind of like, oh god, because biopics are so fucking just draining, you know. I'd rather have a documentary like that with Snoop, to be honest. But
yeah, same.
We shall see. But yeah, that
Snoop's career's not over yet, as well. It's
I know he's still going, right?
Still going, still making, moves and doing his thing.
Yeah, Doobie, I know you're not some fucking closed-minded retard, so I know you would definitely appreciate that fucking dear mama. That shit just hit different, bro. Incredible. I can't wait. Me and Rocka are doing our recap of it tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern. I think 2 of our Pac recaps in 1,000 views. Like, it's in the K's. So
oh, wow.
That's dope, man. And I can't wait to talk about it with Rocka because, my God, do I love this doc. The No Limit one, the fucking Rough Riders one, Death Row Chronicles, the greatest Death Row documentary ever is on BET. It's up there with those, the Wu-Tang one of Mike's and Man. It's just up there, bro. Stretch and Barbito, Radio That Changed Lives. That shit. It's that good. Fuck, man. Yeah, it's incredible. We had 11 people here, but only that Doobie's talking. I would stay and talk, but I don't know, man. I might end this shit here.
Yeah, I mean, sounds good to me.
No one's talking, so. All right, Doobie, Cruz, all y'all that came through, salute y'all, love y'all niggas, man.
Appreciate
Catch y'all on the rebound. I might do a live tonight, man. I might, after I'm done chopping up with Ross, I might go live tonight. Y'all niggas with a live. Come on, we'll talk, chop it up. I was thinking about doing that, so see y'all in like an hour or something. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled. So yeah, see y'all in a couple of hours or next Saturday. Peace, y'all.
Have a good one.